It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Carter, off play action. And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Right here, right here.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, smash. On me.
Throwing again. Carter. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Back to throw is Carter on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Line of scrimmage.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Looking to throw. Phillips. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
From the gun, Carter. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Carter. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lawson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. From the gun, Carter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Phillips. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Here's Phillips operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Here's Carter, throwing again. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's third down.
Carter to throw on third down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, Carter. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. Check smash. Check smash. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Carter. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Carter now throwing on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Phillips. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
2-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Right. He's done right here.
To throw is Phillips. Throwing on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, the 40, 30, past the 20.
You don't want none, get some.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Lions 14, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Phillips. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Phillips. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Phillips on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted. Now Brown, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside game. Stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he loses the football a second time. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 8 yards out, and the Bears draw a bit closer.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And that one made it 7.
Makes the score Lions 14, Bears 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, Phillips. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Phillips. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Phillips. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own
A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Now Carter to throw on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Back to throw is Carter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carter. Looking deep downfield. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
89. Touchdown.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here's Carter to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun, Carter. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Carter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 40-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Phillips forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he overshot. Shot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Phillips. Wide open receiver complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Phillips on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down and 1.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52.
Phillips now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1.
Safety creep.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have cut it to within a score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. 1-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Lions 21, Bears 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 40.
Operating from the gun, Carter throwing the out route and complete. That's Patton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
And the Lions first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Now the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
The score, Lions 28, Bears 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Carter throwing on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
57.
Carter now. Back to the air on second down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielding just inside the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Phillips eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
57, Mike 57. Hey, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Brooks. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
57's right. Danny. 57, Mike 57.
To throw again, Brooks. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. But it'll be 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
It's caught, Patton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Off play action, Brooks. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
57's Mike 57.
Now Brooks going to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It's 3rd down. Now Brooks to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot here for Patton. Oh, he almost intercepted. Forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
35-yard line.
From the gun, Phillips. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's Phillips on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Switch up, switch up.
To throw is Phillips. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now Phillips on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
2nd and 7. At the Lions' 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Phillips being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
You got him. You got him.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Let's go, baby. Oh, don't be scared. You smell that chicken drum. Hey, pace, 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 pace. Let's go. Rocco 80.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
At the 13-yard
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Check my 45. I'm scared.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And the Lions 1st down.
57 a month.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the Bears' 44-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Off the play fake. Brooks. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off, let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Throwing again. Phillips. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Complete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Phillips. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year.